I think it's good to allow yourself to express your emotions. So you've accepted that you feel angry, that you understand it's not a bad emotion, you're not a bad person because you're feeling angry, but then to use the energy of that emotion. So if you're a physical person, that might mean going and doing something physical, going and running, or I have a friend that likes to go stand in a field and scream. For me, I like to put, when I'm feeling heightened emotions, I like to put that into writing. That's what helps me use the energy. Alternatively, I will probably cry, or I will fall asleep. Cry and then fall asleep usually. And I generally find that if I write, cry and then fall to sleep, when I wake up I'll be so much calmer and the situation will have all but resolved itself and I probably won't be feeling the emotion anymore. That's just my experience of that. So it is good to share that emotion with somebody. Say to somebody, I'm feeling this because of this, so that you don't feel like you're hiding it, because again, that's something that many of us with eating disorders tend to do. We hide and suppress our emotions. So sharing it with somebody can be a healthy thing to do, and that might be a friend or a family member or a counsellor, or if none of those are available to you, then do check out some of the pro-recovery forums that are available online. I would definitely advocate that. So at the start of this video I said how you can't change your emotions, and for the most part I still stand by that, but there was something else that I want to mention. While you can't change your emotions, especially in the short term, what you can change is your main beliefs that at times can cause you to feel different things. So what I mean by this is, for a long time I felt that I was a bad person, and this generally made me feel self-hate and guilt and upset and a whole host of other emotions caused by this belief that I was a bad person. Now, most people, I'm sure there'll be a few people that disagree, but most people would say that I'm not a bad person because that belief that I had was, well, it was wrong. And so over time during therapy I've been able to break down that belief. I've been able to pick apart and analyse my understanding that I'm a bad person. And as I've been able to change that belief that I'm a bad person, I've stopped feeling so much self-hate, I've stopped feeling so much guilt, etc, etc. So you can, in the long term, change your emotional reactions to things if the original belief isn't true. Now, in many situations it isn't really about the original belief. For example, if, I don't know, somebody slams into you with a trolley in the supermarket, you might for a fleeting moment be angry, and that'd be normal for anybody. But with these faulty beliefs that I had, and I think this is more applicable to this video because it's generally going to be people with eating disorders watching this, is that you have these faulty beliefs behind many of your feelings. And these are things that are definitely worth considering writing about if you do write, because as I said, that's always something that helps me. Maybe talking to other people about it. So if I talked to my friends and said, do you think I'm a bad person? Then none of my friends would say that I'm a bad person, and I'd start to build up a whole host of evidence that I'm not really a bad person. But then also, if you're in counselling or therapy, you can talk about these beliefs with your counsellor and therapist and pick it apart like I did. That was what I found generally most useful, was sharing it with my counsellor. So I just kind of wanted to put that in there as well. And the last thing that I wanted to mention really was that I've talked a lot about accepting your emotions in this video. That's this week's question. But I focused a lot on negative emotions like anger and guilt, but also stop and accept your positive emotions. Now this sounds ridiculous, but it's something that I found really difficult without even realising it. For For a long time I couldn't feel, and I still in some senses struggle with things like this, I couldn't feel proud of myself. I graduated from uni in 2007 and so many people said, oh, you must feel really proud, and I was like, no, not really, because I couldn't allow myself to feel that and I couldn't accept that feeling, so in a sense I was suppressing that emotion even though it was a positive emotion. So do allow yourself to feel your positive emotions and accept your positive emotions in just the same way. Like, okay, I did a good job today, I'm proud of myself for doing a good job. So I just wanted to put that on the end of the video because I think that that's really important, and that acknowledging both types of emotions, the more positive, nice feeling emotions that many of us with eating disorders are uncomfortable with, like pride, and also the more painful emotions like anger and guilt. So I'm going to leave that there for this week, guys, and I hope this video has been of use. Take care of yourself. Bye!